Speaking to Canvey manager Brad Wellmen following tonight's 2-1 victory against Cray Wanderers. Brad, after the horror show that was the second half on Saturday, how nice is it to bounce back with 3 points tonight?
Yeah, I think it was tonight was all about reaction. I think it was regardless of how we played, even though I think we played quite well against 10 men. It's always difficult, but it was all about getting that reaction from Saturday. And I know everyone's got opinions of that game Saturday, and I'm not sure. It's when you watch it back, it's not as bad as it seemed, but there's game-changing moments that kill us, and they're the silly things that we need to stamp out, and it cost us 5 goals Saturday. So, and then today we've come here, game-changing moments again, slice, hack, 4 minutes before half-time, and they've gone down to 10 men, they go and score from a corner. They're the moments we've got to take out of our game, but I thought the reaction was good from their goal. We went straight up the other end, Mason all scores again. And then after that, I think it was just dominated. It was just a case of when we was going to score. But I think that them 3 points are for everyone, fans, especially who travelled Saturday. Players needed it. We've got a 2-week break, and the club needed it. So it's a great step from Saturday. Yeah, pleased.
Yeah, I'm trying to forget about Saturday, so thanks for reminding me. The game tonight turned, obviously, with that sending off. What did you make of that? Did you think it was perhaps maybe a little bit harsh, or did you think it was justified? What did you make of that?
I think the boy, it's a second yellow card. So, but I think it's strange in that and it's difficult because you can't really say too much. But Louis gone through, and it looked like it was just a collision of heads. I think it was a free kick to us, but the rest played an advantage. And then obviously it's gone through to Luke, and we maybe should have scored from that. So I can see why the advantage is played. But then he's kind of called it back and booked the guy, and I don't know. I think if I'm their manager, it'd be harsh. I'd be a little bit disappointed because both players have got blood on their face. So you can see it's a collision. And I think the ref sort of set his stall out. I mean, we brought Max Jobson on towards the end, and his first challenge he gets booked, and it was almost like tonight was one of them games where the ref weren't going to let it get too physical. So it's frustrating, and I think if I'm Neil, I'd be highly frustrated that the boys been sent off for that, and that's another game-changing moment.
So you do always say sometimes it can be harder to play against 10 men. Was that the case tonight? Was you impressed with the way Cray set up in the second half, nearly getting that point that they would have wanted?
Yeah, I think we knew what they were going to do. They're going to try and stay tight centrally, and I think that we done a good job of getting our fullbacks really, really high. Kept Sachi in the box, kept Max in the box, tried to keep Luke in the box, and just tried to add a little bit more quality from wide areas, which ultimately that's where the winning goal came from. So I think when you go down to 10 men, you're always going to tighten up the middle of the pitch. But I was more impressed with how our boys sort of took on board the ability to get the ball wide, because like I say, it's difficult going against 10, and sometimes you get caught up with just passing it for the sake of passing it. But I thought Jamie Salmon was good, Connor Hubble, Wanto even, all trying to get the ball forward. So I thought it was positive from our part in the second half.
So what will, obviously a point probably, they against 10 men they wouldn't have been too pleased with that. What will a late goal like that do for the confidence, I would say, going into the Saturday, but we've got another Saturday without a game?
Yeah, well, I think, like I said to you before, at the start of it, it's all about 3 points. Them boys are buzzing in there. That dressing room was a morgue on Saturday. They didn't like it. But as I said to them, there's got to be a reaction, and you got that reaction from the first minute tonight. And I think that any time you're going on a break, 3 points is huge, and I think that gives us a great opportunity now to freshen up a little bit. We've brought in Max Jobson tonight, who's dual registered from Benfleet, and before the game we signed Jack Munns from Chatham, which is a big signing for us, and someone that'll just freshen us up. Now we've got 2 weeks until we play Chatham at home, so everything's positive going into this break, and hopefully we can come out of it and then get a run of games going and really start to push on.
The one thing everyone's going to want me to ask about that one man who's missing, Evans Kouassi, been out injured for a few weeks now. When is he expected to be back? Do you know? Does anyone know?
Well, it's just sort of like week by week at the moment. He sort of popped his groin at Walkman Hersham in the trophy, and it's just, I think it's just about settled down now, but he's not been able to do any rehab or anything, so it's probably still, I would say, another 3 or 4 weeks away. The positive, if there is a positive of it, I think in that time we've had 2 breaks, or we would have had 2 breaks, so he's not going to miss as many league games as we hope. But yeah, we need him back on the pitch. He's a game changer. So, but we've also got to be careful with them groin injuries because they don't want it reoccurring. So we'll take our time. But he's not even started any sort of real running or jogging yet. So
October can sometimes be stop-starting non-league football with FA Cup and FA Trophy. Obviously, we've got another weekend without football this weekend. Is that frustrating for you? Does it disrupt the flow of the team? Obviously, sometimes when you've won like you won tonight, you just want to go again on Saturday. Yeah,
it definitely frustrates the flow. Do you know what I mean? Because you wanna just keep going on the back of wins, and you know, following the going into the last break, we was good, and then it sort of slowed down again. But we've just got to keep working hard. It gives us a chance to sort of refine a few little things on the training ground. It's good in that it freshens us up, but it's also a reminder that we're poor in cup competitions, and that's frustrating because those cup competitions keep you going. You know, you got the trophy one, which, you know, it's one and done, and that's where we should be pushing on. And as we've experienced in the past, the FA Cup first round's coming up. There's a big buzz around that, and it's just disappointing not to be involved in it. But listen, we'll turn it into a positive, and the boys, like this weekend, we'll give them Saturday off. We trained last time, but we'll give them this Saturday off more because the island's going to come to a standstill with the road closing. But we'll give them this Saturday off, and sometimes having a Saturday off with your family will give them re-energised, and we'll be ready to go on 4th.
Nice one. Thank you, Brad.
Cheers, pal.